What was that?
What was that? It's a horse.
You just decided to throw a horse into the program.
Why not? We're talking to Mr. Melbourne Cup, aren't we?
Yeah, but it's just a horse, and that was the end of the horse. It wasn't even galloping. It wasn't racing.
No, it was... How do you say it? Is it winning? Is it whinnying?
Yes, whinnying. It could have been a pony, you know?
It could have been a pony, but it was a horse. Horse sound effect.
Now, when you want tips for the Melbourne Cup, forget the rest. There's only one person to go to in my mind, and I speak to him at this time each and every year prior to the Melbourne Cup. It's Mr. Melbourne Cup himself, Max Hitchins. He's on the phone right now. Max, g'day!
Hello, Chris. How are you? Isn't it a fabulous time of year?
It is a fabulous time of year. You'd be all fired up. Now, people can go to your website, pickthecupwinner.com.au. What do they get on the website, mate?
Lots of information there. Certainly the opportunity to download an ebook. We do an ebook each year, and in the ebook gives you access to all lead-up races, all sorts of information. I've also done, as a fun thing, because I memorised the first, second and third place getters of the Melbourne Cup for the last 100 years, people said to me, how did you do that? So I've actually written about that in the ebook as well.
Who came first, second and third in 1962, Max Hitchins?
1962 was Even Stevens was first. Even Stevens, Comaquita and Aquanita was second and third.
Gee, you're good. I know that it was Even Stevens. I don't know about the second and third place getter.
Well, I'll send you the list. I can guarantee it was.
Mate, that's just incredible. Now, Craig Williams, who's been in the news today and is trying desperately to try and get a runner for the Melbourne Cup and try not to be suspended. He was the one that was on Zazman, was he not, when it ran, I think, at 80 to 1/3 in the Melbourne Cup of 5 years ago?
Yeah, in 19... yes, of course, I knew you picked Zazman. I remember it well. Maccabi Diva was first, Vinnie Rowe was second, and Zazman was third. Was Craig Williams on it? I'm not certain of that, but that's worthwhile researching.
I think he was an apprentice at that stage. But anyway, what an incredible year he has had.
Yeah, and this is extremely important because the horse he's riding, Dunedin, won the Geelong Cup just very impressively. So I'd be fighting like crazy to ride in the Cup too. It actually ran a faster Geelong Cup than Americane did when it won it the year before.
Okay, what about Americane?
Yeah, now One Iron is an omen man. He should be aware of the date then that the Melbourne Cup is being run on, the 1st of the 11th of the 11th, and Americane is number one, so he'd have to go for Americane, wouldn't he?
I'm all over that, Smithy.
There's another omen, right? Plus, there's someone in the building going to America, big deal.
Yeah, I mean, that's how important. This is the way to pick horses. I know how you feel.
You do not pick your horses like this. You explain to my listeners exactly how you go about it.
I research the Melbourne Cup all year round. Anytime anything is written anywhere in the world about the Melbourne Cup, I have it on my computer the next day. So with me, it's but I'm only doing it for one race a year. It's my total, I devote my total research to it. I go through stats, all sorts of stats. Now, one of the problems with Americane is that it's a 7-year-old, and there have only been 4 7-year-olds to win the race in 55 years. It's also the original top weight, and the last top weight to win the Melbourne Cup was Comic Court in 1950. So I sort of look at all the stats as well as all the current form. I do a lot of research on this.
Okay, so you will narrow down to the top 6 once you know who's in the race. Firstly,
I bring it down to what I try to do is bring it down to half a dozen horses, which came out of my mother-in-law said to me a number of years ago. I was stunned. She always backed the winner of the Cup. And I said, how do you do that? She finally admitted she backed every horse in the race. And I thought there's a lot of people out there like my mother-in-law who was wasting a lot of money. So I thought, I wonder if it was possible to narrow it down to half a dozen horses. And I found you could do it. And each year I narrow it down to half a dozen horses, and I say, I believe one of these 6 horses will win the race, have a couple of dollars each way on them, and you'll be able to say you've won the Melbourne Cup. Now, I backed the Melbourne Cup winner. Now, I've been right 21 out of 23 years. Not perfect, but not bad.
21 out of 23. So you'll do the same. At what stage will you have your 6?
We do. We actually we do it, and we provide it to the people who go to our website and buy our ebook on Monday. Sorry, the morning of the Cup, Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. Tuesday morning, and then I also try and narrow it down from the 6 horses. I then make a pick out of those 6 for one that I think is going to win it. And I've been right 12 out of 23, so the record's all right.
In 100 years, what's been the longest shot to win the Melbourne Cup?
100 years. Well, there've been how many 100-to-1 winners? They rarely win. Old Rowley was 100-to-1 in 1940. Wotan was 100-to-1 in 1936. Rimfire was 80-to-1 in 1948, Rimfire. So they don't, the 100-to-1 shots and the really long shots don't win that often. The longest price in the last 40 years has been viewed at 40-to-1 in 2008, and Terrific
40.
in when was that? 1989. Terrific was 30-to-1. Yeah.
So 40-to-1 for viewed.
Yes, yep. So that was quite a long shot at that stage. Trained by Bart Cummings, not expected to win. So with anything that's got Bart Cummings' name on it, you've got to look a few times at it, as you well and truly know.
Exactly right.
So I put all those stats in and look at the form as well, and that's how I come up with my 6 horses. And generally, I've got two out of the 3. Haven't gotten a trifecta yet. Like your horse, Asman, that just snuck into a place on me, ruined my trifecta. That often happens. A long shot bobs up in a place, but but I don't regard it as a money-making thing. It's just a fun thing for me. The Melbourne Cup is a fabulous time of year, and it's just nice to be able to say, I backed the Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the website, pickthecupwinner.com.au. Fantastic, Max. We'll catch up next week, and we'll speak about these final 6 that you'll be putting up as the possible winners of the Melbourne Cup.
Okay, Chris.
Good on you, mate. Good to chat.
Okay, cheers.
Mr. Melbourne Cup, Max Hitchins is his name, 23-2. This is Chris Smith in the afternoon.